Oh yeah, you could see it, hear it, and feel it. Those winds were whipping throughout the day and into the night yesterday. This is actually video from Waikiki, which you can see still bustling despite those blustery conditions there. And take a look, our photographer found a payphone booth that apparently got knocked over by the high winds. Amazing, he found a payphone booth. We also spotted a number of parked mopeds that got toppled over by the wind. That's minor though, compared to the power poles and trees that came crashing down across the islands. Casey Lund is in one of the locations in Kalihi this morning. Casey.
Hey, good morning. We heard from HFD, Grace, that they responded to some 19 calls between the hours of 4 p.m. yesterday and right now, so they're even more earlier in that afternoon. I want to show you, though, the scene here is cleared up. This is where HECO and Hawaiian Telecom crews were working to replace those power poles, those utility poles, I should say, and connect everything back up. They have that work done, and Kokea Street, that's the road that you're looking at here, is back open from Dillingham to King Street. The mess that they had to deal with, though, is pretty significant. Luckily, some of the vehicles that were caught in all that, nobody was hurt, and that's good news. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case up on the windward side of Like Highway, I should say, the Kaneohe-bound lanes just past Wilson Tunnel. There was a tree that came down and crashed into an SUV on top of. One person was seriously injured, taken to the hospital. It did force the temporary closure of those Kaneohe-bound lanes. We also want to show you here in a moment some video from Makiki that should be coming up on your screen here in a little bit. There's some pictures. A down pole knocked out power, roughly 21,000 customers. That was around Pensacola Street. Over in Waikiki, city workers had to remove a tree that fell on Kalakaua Avenue. That was near the Diamond Head water fountain. We talked to residents who tell us they've seen strong winds like this before, but it's been a little while. They were a little bit shocked to see how impactful it was across the state right here on Oahu. We also talked to visitors here who said they were still just grateful to be in Hawaii. The weather much better than where they're from.
It's crazy. I live on a very high floor and it takes my entire body weight to close the door. We had a little kid walking down the hallway and a gust of wind came and almost knocked the kid over.
The wind is fine. We'll deal with that. Because when we go fly out on Saturday, we're going back to snow.
And 30-degree temperature, so it's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, it could be worse for those folks visiting from Iowa. Back out here live in Kalihi. Again, the roadway back open. But the good news was, Grace, that this was sort of more of an industrial area outage that did cause some problems for these businesses, but there weren't a lot of homes affected. Again, the worst of it was in Makiki, where a lot of those customers were without power. But most of the map for HECO is showing that everybody has their power on today.